It's OV17 with another video, boys. I am sorry for the delay. I know there's probably been like 2 or 3 weeks delay from like me posting. I used to try and post every Wednesday and Saturday, but a lot has changed, boys. I had a newborn. He's about 2 months old right now, and I really didn't think it was gonna take a toll on me, but it really did.
I'm tired, boss.
It really did, and at the same time, I transitioned where I'm recording from. I'm in a separate room in my home now. I used to have some lighting issues in the past, so this is my first time actually recording in this setup. So I'm not sure how the lighting's gonna look, how the sound's gonna sound. So if it sounds bad, please bear with me, I'll try and figure it out. But that being said, it is December 14th. It's a Saturday. It is 3:26 p.m. I do have a PSA order. Man, wow, this actually came in. This is Man on the Moon. I sent this in some time ago. Man, it felt like July or something. I'm trying to log into my PSA account right now. Should have had already this prepared. But yeah, this is Man on the Moon from 1969. Actually, it's asked me for my email and all that stuff, so I'm not even gonna do it. I'll just put like some screenshots like I usually do. Guys, I promise I'm gonna get a better knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Soon. Like, soon. Next video, I will have a better knife. But I'm trying to do this. Sorry, I was just checking to see if the baby woke up. I'm trying to do this between naps, baby naps. So he just fell asleep. Mom was at work, and I'm in charge of babysitting. There was a Dallas card show I was gonna attend today, but I really didn't want him to be in a stroller for about 4 or 5 hours one way, and then 4 or 5 hours on the way back. So I decided not to do that. I decided to stay home and do some things around the house, such as this PSA order that I've had sitting around for probably over a month. It's been sitting on my desk. Most of it was me really not getting to it on time just because I've been really busy. Now, this is Man on the Moon. This is a lot different than what we're used to. Sorry for the glare, boys. All right, I'm trying to figure this out. So it won't hurt the eyes here. Got this gold yard on, I'll put that there. That's a 1-1 super factor. Well, anyways, these are Man on the Moon from 1969. Most of these are sealed, all but 3. 3 of them were opened back in 1969 or 1970, and they were sent in to be graded. And then the others were actually purchased from a sealed pack, 2 sealed packs, and then submitted to be graded. So when we opened the packs, it had the original bubblegum in it, and that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, so Man on the Moon from 1969. Damn! So, as a matter of fact, they just had those drone sightings up in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all up in the Northeast. So, kind of crazy. Not sure what's going on with that. But we'll get started. We will get started. All right, so the first card is, again, all these are from 1969. This is Apollo 8 Success. And really nothing too cool about these cards outside of them just being really old. Topps manufactured these back in 1969. And this actually got a PSA 8. PSA 8, which is pretty cool. The biggest thing on these cards here, no, that's not the moon. That would be kind of funny. That's actually the above light. The thing about these cards here is the frame. The way they cut these cards, they may have cut them by hand. I turned off the light, see if it's a little better. They cut them by hand. I'm going to see them because the way the edges are, they're pretty bad. I'm trying to clean them up as best as I could, but it was really hard. All right, so this is going to be 1969 Lunar Study. I like this card. It wasn't too bad looking. Thought this was one of the better quality of the cards, and So that being said, we got a PSA 7. So for modern day, these will be considered bad grades. But here we got a chip on one of the slabs, PSA. I'll find out which one it is. But if these were modern cards, then these would probably be bad grades. I wouldn't be too happy or pleased with it. But since they're 1969, can't really complain. So this one's a training program, and this one got a PSA 8, so that's not bad. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. 1969 Man on the Moon testing a lunar module. Got a PSA 6. And these actually make puzzles. There's 2 puzzles. There's an A puzzle and a B puzzle. This is for A. This is 31A right there. And you gather all the cards and eventually make a puzzle is what you do. So this is a briefing session here. Again, these are made from tops. This is JFK, president in the early 1960s. He was assassinated along with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X in the same era. And we got a PSA 7. Sorry boys, I'm in school. I'm a full-time student along with full-time day job and full-time night job and full-time dad of 4. Along with doing YouTube videos such as this. Sorry if I sound a little different. I have my Invisaligners on right now. All right, so this is a lunar base. This came out to be a PSA 6. Sorry guys, I am not as sharp as I usually am with these videos right now. It's been a little while. All right, 1969 splashed down. This is a PSA 4. All right, so I mentioned earlier that there was 3 cards that were actually opened back in 69 or 70, and so this is one of the 3. All right, so we're actually gonna put this off to the side over here in front of this mezzanine Victor 299. And guys, if you ever see any cards up here that you want to buy, just send me a message. Probably to my IG. I'll post it here. Yeah, all my cards are for sale, all of them. All right, so this is one of the money makers here. This is First Men on the Moon, but it got a 3.5. So again, one of the cards that were opened way back in the day. All right, so this one here, this is the Chase. This is a card in the set, the big card here. Well, there's 2 of them. There's one that was opened in 1969. There's one that was opened here recently. So we'll save that to last. All right, Apollo 10 ended up getting a PSA 8. So far the highest grades on these cards have been a PSA 8. All right, so here we have preparation for flight. Got a PSA 8. Here's the back of it. Again, the backs are puzzles. So every single one of them have a different image. All right, so this one is There She Goes. This is, I ended up getting a PSA 6. But at the bottom it says former Vice President Hubert Humphrey and his wife view the Apollo 10 liftoff. All right, so there goes a PSA 6 on that. All right, how does this space food look, guys? This is space food. I'm not sure exactly what's inside of it, but yeah, it looks pretty appetizing right now. So we ended up getting a PSA 7 on it, on the space food. All right, so we got 8, 7, 6 so far. Got a couple bad grades, but those were from way back in the day. All right, so here we have liftoff. Literally, we have a liftoff. We have a rocket in the back. No, that's not Elon and his rocket down in Brownsville. Technically, it's not Brownsville. It's called something else. Right at the border of Texas and Mexico on the Gulf Coast. So here we got a PSA 7. That's where Elon launches his rockets from. Here we have Apollo 8 insignia. Definitely appears to be a little off-center. We got a PSA 6 on it. Here's the back of that card. All right. probably have about 4 or 5 more cards. This one's gonna be high there. We got a PSA 8, so this is one of the better cards that you can have and sell, more desirable, I guess. This one here, so that's a good sign. All right, here's another one, Astronaut Labelle. We got a PSA 8, so that should make us a little bit of money on this. Each pack, I think, costs us around, if I remember correctly, $80, $90 a pack on average, about 2 packs. All right, so that's a chaser there. And here we have a change of course, PSA 5, wow, okay. A little crazy, no big deal. All right, so we got ended up getting a 5. All right, so one of these are 2 chasers. One of these were opened back in the day and the other one was sealed. And by the looks of the corners, I'm gonna say that this one was the one that was opened back in the late 60s, early 70s. So we ended up getting a PSA 4. Okay, got that one right. All right, so here's a chase. Here's a chaser. This is like sending a Victor Wembanyama, you know, to PSA and hitting a 10 or a 9 or something like that. So this is chase of the set. It's a Moon Commander. This is Neil Armstrong here. And we got a PSA 8. That is actually pretty good, guys. Believe it or not, there's been some recent sales of this. If I remember correctly, I'll put some here, like $200, $300, maybe $400 on the PSA 8. So yeah, so this is a good sign. So this one here, and this one here essentially pay for the packs and the order. So these ended up being the money makers. But these 2 cards are the chase. These 2 cards are the chase. And just for like a little history lesson, boys. Well, not really a history lesson, but you know, this is what happens when, you know, unfortunately back in the 60s and 70s, they didn't protect the cards like we do today. So you got a 4 to an 8, you know, same product, same paper, same quality, really. One was just opened in 2024 and the other one was opened in 1969, so there's a difference. So it's pretty cool seeing an 8 on these things here. On another note, and I don't really have much more to open, I did get a fake Pokemon card. It was this Magic card. Got it on eBay. I ended up buying like 4 or 5 of these. I was trying to buy them raw and then get them graded and hopefully hit a 10 like I usually do on those things. But I ended up getting a fake one. And if you don't know, once you receive something from eBay, you have within 3 days of it showing up on your mailbox. So once it states that the post office dropped it off in your mailbox, you have 3 days to open it. You know, open it, look at your item, and if you have any issues, you have to contact eBay within 3 days. Whether it's you getting on your laptop and saying, you know, you have an issue that you want to return the item, etc. You have 3 days to do that.
Oh. 3 days.
So that being said, I actually already returned the item. I dropped it off at the post office yesterday. Here's a copy of the tracking. And I usually don't want to put people on blast, right? Because that's not the right thing to do. However, I looked at the review on this guy's profile on eBay, and he's a known scammer. He's known to do stuff like this. So I'm not gonna say his name, but if you could make that out there, that's who my card is going back to. And I read the reviews, and again, it said that he's a known scammer. He's known to send fake cards or not send the card that was on the listing. In my case, it was fake. How did I know it was fake? It was a lot thicker. The card was a lot thicker in density, and then the coloring on the back was different. It was a lot darker, almost like a purple. Like this boundary here was almost like a purple. And I may have a picture of it. If I do, I'll post it here. And then the texture was completely different. So I had like 4 or 5 real ones of these things. Then I had that one, and that fake one happened to be the last one I got back. And so as soon as I took it out and I held it in my hand, I immediately knew something was odd, something was different. So that's in the mail. That being said, boys, I really don't think I have much more to update you guys with. I'm always buying. If you have any basketball you want to sell, and you're like PSA 10 basketball you want to sell, send me a DM. I'm always buying. Outside of that, guys, probably miss a few things. If I did, I'll get it on the next video. But please, 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 I'm sorry. Sorry about the delays in the videos again. Newborn,
Kids.
full-time student, full-time job ×2, along with YouTube and a couple other things I do on the side. So if you could like, comment, subscribe, I'll appreciate it, and I'll keep the content coming. Thank you. Bye.